Hello everybody and welcome back to Tassi Farm. Now, I'm really struggling to keep every series going, aren't I? Because I do a video every day and I feel like the progression on all of our Let's Plays is just right, except for this one. Yes, we're barely progressing because I can never even get a video out. I wish there were more than 7 days in a week. I really do. No, I suppose the alternative is to do 2 videos a day, but that is pretty tough for me to be able to do that with everything else that I have to do, as well with other YouTube channels and personal stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, the annoying thing is, I want to keep this going, and I also want to start another series on the members server. Good grief, I wish I had, I don't know, 100 days in a week. Oh well, anyway. Although it doesn't really make a difference, does it, how many days are in a week? It's still going to be just as difficult to keep up. So yeah, it's been a long time since I recorded an episode on here. So let's just refresh our memories. I bought this gigantic pigsty, this pig shed. I was sort of expecting, I think, about 400 pig capacity. And then when I went onto the menu and looked to see what the actual capacity was after creating this very vast area, I was absolutely blown away. And I was met with a number which was over 7,000. Yeah, almost 8. 7,951. Good grief. So, I think it makes perfect sense to buy them at 0 months, because what's the point in... they're going to be able to breed and everything. There's no point just for 3 months extra spending more than double the money. We're not going to buy them yet. We still need the food. But yes, it just makes no sense spending that much. We have to get them at 0. So piglets, essentially. So we do need to start work on getting hold of food. Now, there are productions for us to be able to make pig food, and I think I will be doing that at some point. But shall we just address the issue? Like, we've got £603,000, so we can easily just go and buy a field, which has potentially got a crop in it, which is going to be handy for the pigs. I always associate the yellow with corn. I don't know why. It's actually sunflowers. Yeah, orange is corn. And I don't think anybody is growing corn. Okay, it's only in November as well, so I suppose they haven't put it in. Because, yeah, it's a spring crop. It's drawn in the spring. Planted in the spring. So I think, actually, yeah, the big thing is that we don't want to be in the winter anymore. We want to get through to those months when we can put corn in, which is April, May. So is there anything we can actually do? Do any of our fields, I mean to say, is there anything we can actually do in our fields? So the canola field, which is our only arable crop, is fully fertilised and happily growing. And then we just have the grass field, which we've cut. And that is... yeah, that's growing. It could do with some fertiliser. But I think after it's been fertilised, we have no reason to stay in the autumn or the winter at all. So, yeah, I know we could do peat harvesting and everything, but we've done that. We'll do more, just not right now. So yeah, let's fertilise. We do still have this setup over here. We're going to have to... yeah, we're going to have to take that back to the peat field, so I'll do that. And then, yeah, we'll do the fertiliser spreading. We do have some fertiliser. We may have to buy more, I'm not too sure. Yeah, this is an oversized load. It'd be nice to get a tipping trailer for this lorry as well. No rush, because we're not going to be getting that many thousands of litres of grain at this stage, but soon. We hopefully will do. Any kind of financial issues are non-existent, because this area here is just, it's all peat. And peat is worth so much money. I think from each block now, when playing on hard difficulty, we'll probably get about £500,000. And that's not hard to do. We could do that in like half an episode. So yeah, money is not a problem. This series isn't really about the money. It's certainly about succeeding and, well, looking after potentially over 7,000 pigs. That has become my primary goal. I want to be able to do the pigs on a big scale. We'll leave the lorry there. We'll get this taken back. We might not even need this tractor for the fertiliser spreading, because we do have others. But yeah, it just needs to be at the other farm anyway. I don't think I've used the Zetor yet. Let's use it. Now, it's probably not the most appropriate tractor because it's probably not got the power, and we'll probably end up using more fertiliser than we need to, but I want to give it a go. You know, that gear shifting looks painful. Wow. It's not the tractor at fault, it's the driver. Why are we shifting so violently? Luckily we're in 5th gear now. So anyway, yeah, if we make it to the end without breaking our back, we will get this field fertilised. Luckily though, our Zetor tractor is built with GPS. Hooray! That's going to be handy. Although look at these wiggly lines. Good grief, they are wiggly. We're off. Come on, get shifting. Yes, now I know that if I had this on the big Massey Ferguson, we could do this whole field with one hopper load. But because of all the messing around with the gear stick, it's going to over apply in some areas, and yes, it's going to it's going to need to be refilled. But I wouldn't worry about that. It's very low capacity. This is only 300 litres when it's full, I think. So yeah, the numbers are really small that we're working with. It's not costing us like £3,000 extra just because we've chosen the wrong tractor. Anyway, it's not the wrong tractor. I want to give it a go. Nice to use it, isn't it? Another mark on it. Oh, I didn't do the washing. Oh well. Sleepy time. Although, this is only for sleeping for a day. We want to sleep for several months. Well, I would wake up. No, wait. No. It's just come to me. We own cows, don't we? The cows need to be fed. Okay, the cows will need to be fed now. They were fed before. So let me get that wheel loader. Get that topped up again. We're going to have to keep topping it up. And I don't think there'll be anything else to do with the cows. They should be alright. Just keep doing this every month. Yeah, there's me thinking we're just going to be doing one massive pig farm. But no, we do own cows on this series as well. Maybe I shouldn't have done cows. Although it's not going to be too strenuous. We've got a lot of food. And because I think the food gets depleted pretty quickly, I'll leave a full buck rake in the tipping position. That way, it will sort of give us a feed trough expansion. An 8,000 litre feed trough expansion. Although I think, let me just think about this. I think this trough empties really quickly, but at the same time I think it's quite big, isn't it? Come to think of it, I think last time it took a good 4 or 5 buck rake loads to fill it. What are we on? Oh, they've got meadow. So yes, even though their trough was empty, they were still eating their meadow grass, so that's all good. And as you can see, the milk that they've produced reflects that. We have 17,500 litres in there. So actually, when is the best time to sell milk? The reason I don't know that is because in all of our other Let's Plays, we've been making other products out of it. And January, the next month, is the best month. This is going to work in our favour massively. This is going to be very, very good. So that's something that we will probably need to upgrade. that tanker there, because I think that tanker's only got a 5,000 litre capacity, am I correct? Possibly. So yeah, we'll get that sold actually, and we'll immediately get a big, well, the bigger tanker. It's still not super big, but it is much bigger than that one for the lorry. It'll be really good. And the reason why the best price for milk is only 7 something is because we are playing on hard. That was probably, I don't know, £2,000 or £3,000 if you're playing on easy. Crikey. Yeah, we're going to need another grass field. This was quite a full pit, and actually we are eating away at it faster than I'd like. Alright, one more of these, I reckon. Maybe I should just let them graze the meadow for a bit. It's only 40% effectiveness, but it's a lot cheaper, and that needs sorting out too. It's like our own speed bump. Speed bump made out of chaff. Bouncy, bouncy. Yep, so is this the one I can just leave? Yes, it is. Okay, good. So there's plenty of space for overnight for them to store milk, extra milk. Although we could just go and upgrade that now. I could reset it, or I'll just do it properly. Let's take it with the tractor. But don't worry, you're not going to have to see this all in real time, me trundling along with a tanker. I suppose if I do it in January, we could take a load of milk in this and then sell it. Let me just see where the milk sell point is. It's probably the store anyway. Storage, but yeah, it is. It's where we sell the machinery. Down here. So yeah, that would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? What is that? Is that a vegetable plot? You're growing many things, Noah. It's kind of fun when you see something like that on the minimap. Where was that? Is that over here? Look at that. Doesn't look quite as exciting in real life. Well, in person I should say, not real life. It looks much more fun on the minimap, but when they grow, I'm sure it'll look very different. Okay, yeah, so we'll go to sleep. Back into the farmhouse. 8 o'clock again. And then we will load up that tanker. Get the milk sold. Sell the tanker. Buy the other tanker. Get more milk sold. Get all the milk sold. Yes, of course, we're waiting for longer than just a day. We're waiting for a day and a night here. Okay. Great demand at storage bay. Hooray! We now have 26,000 litres. And they did. They ate all that food. Whew. Cows, my goodness. Calm yourselves. They even ate everything on the buck rake. Whew. I'll just give them one buck rake load now, just so they don't... Well, they won't go hungry, as I already said. They've got meadow grass, but we'll give them a buck rake load. We've still got 98,000 litres in here, plus the 8,000 on the buck rake. But something makes me think as soon as that grass field is ready, we're going to be doing silage. We'll be filling the pit up again. Alright, so current price for milk is 757. Peak was 756, so it really is the best possible time to be doing this. Is it a 5,000 litre capacity? No, it's a bit bigger than that. It's 8. Gonna have to spin around here. Okay, yeah, so we'll do this, and I will see you in a minute, and we'll have a bit more money in the bank by the time we finish the time lapse. save the selling of the majority of it for real time. Don't want to do that in a time lapse. So here we go. Let's see. But yeah, please do not expect those really big numbers because we are playing on hard. This is actually the only series I have done, and probably the only series I'll ever do, on the hardest difficulty, because the hardest difficulty is really, really difficult, but it doesn't concern me for this series just because of the peat, which even on hard is worth a fortune. So there we go. £14,289, which I think really, for the effort that we put in with all that silage, is not good. And the milk's at its best price. Yes, that doesn't seem good at all. I feel like we would have made more if we just sold the silage. What is silage worth on hard? Let's have a look here. So silage... 122. Yeah, hard is hard. If you do not have that peat, then... why would you ever play on hard? You'll never make any progress. And this is with us starting with some really decent machinery. If we started with one old tractor and nothing else, maybe one really old small combine, and played on hard, we would, I don't know, I could probably do 100 episodes and make nearly no progress. We'd probably buy one field. Wow. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But we'll stick with it, because we do have the peat. So, we do need to move on, as we said, because, yeah, January is certainly not the month for putting corn in. We're going to be buying another field momentarily. I suppose we'll be selling milk again in February, March. But yes, we do need to get into April. We need to get into April. So that's what we're going to do. But those cows are going to need to be fed every single month, which is kind of annoying. But once we're in April, there will be no more of this fast forwarding. It won't be necessary. We'll be busy with other stuff. So it's just the winter. So that's February. Oh, I can see snow coming through my wall. Why can I see snow coming through my wall? There we go. It's brick on the outside, stone on the outside. But still there is snow on my wall. So the cows will have eaten everything again. Oh, they didn't. Wow, what's wrong with them? There's also snow in the shed. And how much milk do we have? 8,693. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll just rest and then we'll sell the milk in April. So, next time you hear from me, it will be April, the month when we buy another field, and the month when we start putting corn in. Welcome to April! Hooray. We've actually emptied the pit. Shouldn't be a problem though, because they are grazing. So, as we're now in spring, and doesn't it look beautiful? Yeah, they will always have this grass, which is just growing on its own. So if we look on here, we should see meadow. Yeah, I've got loads of meadow grass. There's 141,000 litres of meadow grass. So although, yeah, they're going to be off the silage for a little bit, not too long, they're always going to be producing milk. And there's another 17,392 litres. I'm just starting to wonder if we should sell or if we should just hold on to it. 690. Still pretty good. We'll have to hold on to it till September. It is still pretty good. I don't know. Maybe we will just leave it in there filling up. Although, thing is though, that tank is probably going to get full before September comes along. Although I guess we could use this as like an extension to the integrated silo. It's black and it will obviously absorb heat a lot. So the milk in there is going to turn into cheese. And it will absolutely stink. But, oh well. Yep, this game needs some kind of food storage modification. You need to be able to sell stuff within a certain period of time before it goes stale. Nobody wants rancid food. Okay. So here we are. We're in the time we wanted to be in. Has anybody put corn in? Yes, they have. 19 has got corn in. Look, Ben has put corn in. It's growing. It needs to be weeded. But first it needs to be purchased. And the land on here is so cheap. Look at that. It's only £35,000. So thank you, Ben. You did a good job there. Also, we've got for number 5. Shall we just buy all of the cornfields? I think we will. Katie has put corn in. So we'll buy that. And whose is this field? That's Katie's as well. We'll buy that. Good. Well, that's that sorted. We also will need root crops for the mixture. But I don't think we need to worry about that too much at the moment. Oh, look, you can see where we did the peat before. Interesting. Yeah, so weeding is the primary job there. We do own a weeder, don't we? Yeah, we do, but it's not that big. I didn't really go for a very big weeder. We could do with a bigger one. We own that. Yeah, and weeders aren't even that expensive. This one here can put canola in too, so that would be a good one to have. It's not quite as wide as that one. That's the hoe. Obviously the hoe is good because that can pull out medium weeds. But no, I like the idea of this. We'll buy that. Okay. That's why I kept the tractor here. I knew I was going to be buying something. So we'll get that taken over to all of them. I think probably all... I don't think anybody weeded their fields. Why did nobody weed their fields? Actually, no, there is no weed in 2 and 5. It is just... Hang on. Weed is growing. I think it still needs doing, doesn't it? Just because it's not showing. It still needs doing. I think. Failing that, it would be May. And then you have to do it in May, but I think it will still work. We're going to give it a go. Let's just see what it says in field number 2. It's literally right here. Yes, it says the same thing. So let's go over there and we'll see how effective this is. Obviously we do not have any seed in it because we don't need any seed in it for this. But if we were going to do some canola drilling with it, then yeah, we could just put some seed in. That'd be really good. Obviously don't want to waste my time, and visually there's a chance this won't look any different at all. But as long as it actually is doing something, that's all that matters. Okay. Yes, so you can see now where we stood here, weed is not mentioned, but here, weed is growing. So if we slept, basically what would happen is all this would fill up with weeds, and no weeds would grow here. But I know this does look pretty weird because there's no weeds there. And I'm kind of against doing this because it just looks so unsatisfying. Although we actually can move on to May. That would be okay, I think. I'm going to save it first. We don't have any more silage for the cows, although if this field is ready... Yeah, the field is ready, isn't it? Okay, no, it would seem wrong to move on unnecessarily. So, forgive me for it looking so unsatisfying, but this is working. This is weeding the field. I'm kind of tempted to save, move on to May, show you that it is working, and then revert. I think I will do, actually. So yeah, let's just save again. Going to move on to May. Going to show you that what I'm doing is going to be effective. Then I'm going to go back to April. I'm trying to just, you know, convince myself as well. I've convinced myself already, but I just do not want to publish the video and then somebody says, oh no, you actually have just wasted your time. Let's have a look. So, what have we got? I can see weeds here, but no, I cannot see any weeds here. And if we go over here, we should see weeds again. Look, weeds! Weeds! And actually, with the crop looking like this, you can barely see the weeds anyway, so I'm pleased that I'm doing it in April. It just auto-saved. You smelly game, why did you save? I literally just saved. Right. Okay. Oh, why does my plan fail? That's really annoying. I didn't think it auto-saved if you just literally just saved. You know, normally I would never complain that a game is auto-saved. But that one time when I desperately didn't want it to, and it did. Ugh. Right, well, we're stuck in May now. Let's crack on. These fields are bigger than I thought they were. On the minimap, I thought it was just really small. But yeah, for number 2, which I thought was a tiny field, is quite big. So for number 19 must be huge. Yeah, because for number 11 I thought was quite large. And then, yeah, look at that. We are certainly going to be getting a lot of corn. But I'm not going to say we're going to have too much, because we're certainly not going to have too much. Not with the amount of pigs we're eventually going to have. So yeah, we're going to be buying more fields soon. We'll get a root crop field and everything, because we do need to make all of the different... we need to get all the different ingredients for the mixture. For the pig base food. But it saved a lot of time not having to plant this. And we didn't have to buy a planter. It is sometimes nice to be able to put the crop in yourself, but at the same time, we've saved a lot of time here. We can just focus on weeding it and making sure it's fully fertilised. Actually, I don't know if they are. Are they fully fertilised? Let's have a look. That one is. For number 5 needs another application, so does 19. So yeah, this one, once we finish weeding, it will be done. Just need to wait for it to grow and then we can harvest it. So I'll take this over to field number 5, and then that's where we'll continue next time. And then we'll do 19, although maybe a worker we'll do 19 because it's not the fastest weeder. This is the problem. If I'd gone for the hoe, which was actually cheaper, it's much faster, but then we don't have the option to use it as a seed drill, which could be really handy. Because this is, for a seed drill, this is quite wide. I'm sure we will be doing another canola field, so yeah, it's definitely going to be handy. And you only weed once anyway, so it's not like we have to do it every single growth stage. So, over to field number 5. Let's go and have a look at it, because we haven't actually seen it, and we haven't seen 19 properly. It should be just up here. It is opposite the track which goes back to the farm. So it's actually very close. This is the turning to our peat fields, which are absolutely gigantic, vast. I've never even been to the top peat field, that's how big the first one is. Field number 4 is not ours, we might buy it. And this is field number 5. Oh no, it's got poles running through it, I've got things to hit. That's annoying. And what is this field? Looks like a root crop. Carrots! Yep, carrots may well be handy. Okay, well we're going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I know this series is a bit different, but it's nice to be different. See you again very soon. Bye for now.